Welcome back to another Resident Evil 4. Last time I had posted this was due to a tutorial. I was just going to show you guys what everything is, treasures, ammo, whatnot. Last time I played, I decided to keep all my treasure so that way you can see how much treasure there is in the game, etc. So currently, if you are inside the building, like last time when I posted this, I was inside of the building that you had to use the insignia key on. If you're at this point in the game, you should have 9 spindles. I have 10 because I broke the little lantern that hangs overhead above the underground passage here. I have 2 rubies, one from killing the Chainsaw Ganado at the start of the game near the gate to the farm, and the other Chainsaw Ganado later on after meeting Chief Mendez. Well, after meeting Chief Mendez again, I should say. Pearl pendant you get from the farm by not shooting it directly into the water, but by shooting the wooden stick thingy that holds up the thing that it can drop onto. Same thing goes with the brass pocket watch. After you get done with the first part of chapter 1, 2, and you climb up a ladder that leads to a tripwire and a few bear traps. There's another well off to the left. You shoot the little bar, drops the platform, shoot the brass pocket watch, and that's how you get that. With the Beerstein, you get that in the farms, and it's inside of a chest next to the barn that has 2 levels to it. It's inside of a crate. And then you got the red cat's eye. You get that right before reaching the house where you meet Louis Sarah. It's inside of a nest to the right of the house in a tree. And you'll see where you get these eyes later on. The elegant mask is also in chapter 1, 2 after getting past the first half. And then you get into this building where they start throwing dynamite sticks at you from behind garbage bins, I would say. What is what they are. And then you go through a metal door, and then there's a wooden window that you can break open to your left, and it's inside there. Other than that, I'm going to continue this. So, let's continue. Alright, so when you enter this room, I already got it, but there is a lantern that hangs overhead here. You want to bust that, it gives you a spindle. Alrighty. So up ahead we have this lantern. You want to bust this. Here you have an elegant headdress. It's worth 10,000. Spindle 1 of 2. So here's 2 more spindles. Then you got a crate here. Usually this thing's empty until you come back later, but sometimes it might have something if you need it. Then up ahead you have your merchant.
Got something that might interest you. Got a selection of what are you selling?
So at this point, when you meet this merchant, you should have, if you haven't sold your treasures, that is, 12 spindles, 2 rubies, a pearl pendant, a brass pocket watch, an elegant headdress, and the Beerstein with the red cat's eye, and an elegant mask. That's what you should have at this point if you have not sold off your treasure. So after that, you'll go through that door, climb up the ladder. Now when you get out here, look straight up. There is a nest. Drops a hand grenade. These are very useful when you least expect them to be. So I'm gonna pick it up by using a stinking fish to regenerate my health. Then you got rifle ammo here. Now there are a few crows here, so you can kill these in any order you want. Doesn't really matter. Quickly run over and grab the gold. You'll have an enemy come out of this hut over here, and an enemy behind you right there. Rifle ammo. Go inside the hut. I believe I've been collecting the, yeah, I've been collecting the, alright, so that's the farm area. So here you have more handgun ammo. Make sure you pick that up for your handgun. I can't pick it up because I'm currently maxed out on items. So I'm gonna go back to the merchant and just sell off all my ammo since I won't be needing it. I'm only picking it up for the money anyways, so might as well.
Welcome.
Make sure you always upgrade your weaponry.
Got a selection. What are you selling?
Trust me, it comes
Is that
in
old?
handy when you least
Is that
expect
old?
it to.
Thank you. Is that old?
I've never needed
Thank
anything
you.
more than 30
Is that
rifle
old?
ammo.
Thank you. Is that old, stranger?
I will keep those flash grenades to show you how useful they can be. I'll keep my grenades too, just to, you know, show you what to do at said points.
Come back, Eddie.
Incendiary grenades aren't really that good, but they do tend to have their own use, so I'd recommend you keep them just in case. Alrighty, let me just sort out my healing items here.
Time.
That's another thing this game can teach you what to do, is keep your stuff organized so that way you can fit more things into your inventory. So, I was making sure I was broadcasting. So here we have more of those blue medallions. Again, you only need to burst 10 of these things. I recommend you do that before you proceed to the next part. There we go, 10 of them. So you got one over here on this, over here. And you got one on this tree, and another one on this tree. Of course, there's another one just beyond there, another one behind the church, and 3 hanging over by the area just over there. But you don't need to get all 15 of them, all you need is 10. So when you get 10 of those, head back to your merchant, and you can either keep your default handgun or sell it, up to you. But I prefer to sell the default handgun.
Welcome.
Because now,
Got a select. What are you
now that
buying?
I've got all those, I can get the Punisher for free. It's a good weapon. And just because I got it for free,
Thank you.
but since I do not need it,
What are you
what I'm
buying?
going to do is I'm just going to show you the upgrades. Pretty much it has a firepower, a max firepower of 1.9. Its firing speed is about 0.30 some seconds. Its reload speed is either just beneath 1 second or it's a little above it. Its capacity, I do not exactly recall. I think it is either 25 or 35, one of the two. And its exclusive upgrade, instead of it penetrating 2 enemies, it can then blast a hole through 5 enemies. When they say blast a hole, they really mean penetrate, like how many enemies can it hit it with one bullet. So it's okay, it's better than the default handgun based on its stats, except for the firepower.
I'll
I don't need the Punisher, so I'm just gonna sell it.
anytime.
But I recommend you new players to sell off your regular handgun and buy the Punisher for free when you get it. And keep the Punisher until you reach a certain point in the game, and I'll show you what you should get at that said point. Anyhow, continuing onward. You'll have 2 enemies up here by the church. You'll have one with a pickaxe, one with... Actually, 3, my bad. Yeah, you have 3 of these bad. One with a dynamite stick, 2 with other weapons. So, the incendiary grenade dropped from a nest right here. Like I said, grenades have their own use. Before you proceed, go over here. Again, you got another dynamite thrower here. Got more rifle ammo that I really needed, but I'll pick it up anyway. Here you have your green cat's eye. So follow this tutorial for the green cat's eye very carefully. What you do? 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3. Voila. There's your green cat's eye. As you did with the red cat's eye, you take that green cat's eye, combine it with the beer stein. Now this thing is worth 15,000 PTAs, but do not sell it. There's one more cat's eye later on in the game. So here you'll get a radio call from Hunnigan, asking if you've reached the church. Of course, yes you have, but you can't get inside because you don't have the insignia. So here you have 3 enemies. There's no point in bursting these things. Yeah, there's a snake in this box, so you want to either A, knife twice, or B, shoot twice. Grab your chicken egg, trust me, this is a chicken egg. Just open the box. Continue. Currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay.